All right, so I am leaving work right now. I am on my way to take Amaya a fan, which I meant to blow with some air, but I forgot. I'll just have to pick up a can. I got her some Halls, some honey. Why do I have these in here? I don't want to give her this folder. Lord knows I do not, but I do have a folder in the back with some stuff for her. I'll leave her with this folder though. Yeah, so her sister packed up meds and stuff like that for her, some cough drops. So she says she's starting to feel better. She hopes to feel better in a couple days. So yeah, I'm on my way. I hit this thing, and whenever I hit it, I mess up my car. So I gotta turn my car off, then turn it back on. So that won't be there. Okay, I think it's done. I don't know. It's showing me the miles per hour. I don't need to know the miles per hour, baby. I just need to know when I'm about to run out of gas. There we go. So I am on my way up to take my baby her papers, her medicine, her fan, because she said it was a hot night. I knew that little box fan wasn't going to do anything, but you can't tell these kids nothing. You got to show them better than you can tell them. But anyway, about to do that. So today was a pretty trying day. I have about 20 registrations to go through. I had 25. And if the thought of telling you how time consuming it is to go through each registration, I only got through 5 out of like 25. So I'm pretty tired. I want to plug into the laptop when I get home and go through to see if more people have uploaded documents. But I don't know, because Brianna's getting off work late. I got to walk my dog. I got a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got stuff going on myself. So I had a parent today that I had to reflect on, because I was very angry yesterday. I wasn't my best version of myself, but I also don't believe I was nasty. I was trying to get answers when it comes to my daughter. And I think if we had been given answers as parents, we wouldn't have been all been looking like Boo-Boo the Fool yesterday. Like, talk, communicate. Why am I getting in this line for you to tell me she's not registered, but yet she got a whole schedule? Y'all should have told me that when I had to check in with the guard to say, where am I going? Y'all should have somebody stationed there instead of making me go wait in another line. Like, that's the level of frustration I was at. Like, tell me something. But I had a disgruntled parent today that was upset because of her child's registration. I couldn't find it in the system. And she's frustrated, and she was voicing her concern. Tried to explain, yes, sometimes we've been having an issue with, people registering kids and it's just getting lost. But she really wasn't trying to hear that. Then we were trying to explain this, and she would say this. Like, every time we tried to explain something, she was over talking. And I'm like, documents. And she's like, well, I got 7 different emails. I'm not looking to see what email I put it on, and I gotta remember the passwords. So it's like, at this point, you gotta help me to help you, because what you want me to do? Okay, I can give you a paper registration, even though we do not do paper registrations. I was willing to give her a paper one, and I said, but at the end of the day, I still need the birth certificate, your proofs of address. Oh, that just agitated her all over again. But long story short, it got to the point where, I said, she could use the laptop, and the person that's helping, she said she'd rather use her phone instead of doing the paper or the laptop. I said, okay. I go back over there, forget at which point, and she was like, and you never told me your name. And I said, it's Crystal. She said, yeah, because you never said your name. So, you got an attitude. And I said, it's Crystal, but let me write it down for you. So I start writing down my name, but then I said, let me give her a card, because if she has to upload stuff or wants to email it, she can email it to me. But I know why she wanted my name, but I'm going to write it down for you, because people always like, I want you to be able to spell my name correctly. When I reached for my business card and I said, here's my business card. That way you can communicate with me I was trying to say directly. Oh, you unprofessional. I'm unprofessional because I want to give you my business card, and I was going to further explain about the documents, even though she said she was going to get her husband to bring up the documents. I said, you know what? I'm done with this situation. I told the lady in the office, you can get an administrator to help at this point. I'm going to go back over here and finish eating and getting these registrations in. Because let me tell you something. If I'm trying to help you and you giving me grief, why the fuck am I going to keep trying to help you? Why the hell am I going to keep trying to help you? I've been trying to help you since you walked in the door by explaining things, and I get it. You frustrated. You're saying you had to do this, you had to do this, and you just overwhelmed and this. Then you need to listen, because at some point you got to say, at the end of the day, what can I do to get my daughter registered for school? What do I need to do to get my daughter registered for school? This lady's telling me I gotta do it all over again. She gonna give me paper. Let me do the paper, and the paper is easier than online. But she wanted to keep over talking and hearing things that she wasn't hearing, and we hearing her say one thing, then she say she didn't hear anything else. But little did she know, I had my district office on the line the whole time, because they were trying to look around in the system just to see if this registration was there. So we were trying to help. So, and it's like, I get it, you frustrated, but like for me yesterday, when people were trying to help me, even though I was frustrated, I had to calm my attitude down, because they're trying to help. And you know, you gotta crack a little jokey joke here, there, to lighten the mood back up, because you done snapped on these people. Who is in charge? Tell me who's in charge of this fiasco going on right now. That was me yesterday. But when the guy's like, I just work here, like, yo, I know you just work here. And I end up telling him later on, I know you just work here. I just needed answers, but I need you to go home and have a drink, because I bet you've been here all day. He said, yeah, I've been here all day. I need you to go home when you leave and relax and have a drink. You know, like, lighten the mood up. But if you're going to be combative, and there's not a job that could pay me enough, unless it's my own business, to get served attitude and be cussed out. I've been doing this for too long, and I'm trying to help, and you're not seeing me as trying to help. I got 20-some other kids I could be working on if you're not going to listen to what I'm trying to tell you. So that's like the extent of what goes on during the school day. And I had the other secretary kept calling me, are you okay? Are you okay? Okay about what? Like, girl, like, this is your first full year. This is what happens. This is what goes on. People are going to come in. They're going to come frustrated. Sometimes they're going to leave happy. Sometimes they're not going to leave happy. But it's up to you. It's up to you. It's not up to me. You know, if I'm giving you the information and you're choosing not to receive it, what am I going to do? I'm not going to sit there and argue with you. And most people today are looking for a confrontation. And back in the day, I could go toe-to-toe with the best of them, toe-to-toe. But who has time for that? Like, if you're upset and you're miserable, I'm going to let you be upset and miserable. Maybe you'll go home and digest, like, how you acted. Like, how you acted. And be like, you know what? She was trying to tell me to fill out the paper and we could do blah, blah. And she would get her in, but I wasn't listening. So how it stands now is, when she come back, should she come back, if she come back, don't call me. You need to get an administrator, because my hands are off the table. They can bring me the stuff, whatever. My hands are out of it. I don't want to cause any more strife. I don't want to cause any more grief. I don't want to be the one that say, oh, she's missing this. Let an administrator handle it, because she's going to swear I'm picking, and that's what some of the parents do. You're picking. I love all the kids. I love all the kids that love me. I love all the kids that have that hard shell and if I'm able to break that shell and can talk to them, and they talk to me, and they feel like they can come to me about anything, despite the attitude of the parent, if they got a parent that's like, sometimes the kids can't fault who their parents are. But yeah, that was my day. It's almost 5 o'clock. Maya said something about she has another meeting at 7. I should get up here about 5:30. I'm hoping. Give my child his bag. She says she's sick of going to meetings, and she's tired of having to walk from her dorm all the way down to the other building, which is not a far walk, because Daryl and Brianna and I, we walked it. Amaya and I have walked it. Daryl and I have walked it when we had to go make payments and stuff. And I mean, it's not bad. It's a small campus, but maybe because she's sick. But it's like, girl, we dragged the little cart around. Brianna picked the cart up when we had to go to parking lot C. She picked up the cart, carried it up 3 flights of steps outside, and you complaining about a little walking that's downhill and barely uphill, just a little bit uphill, coming back just a little bit, but not much at all. Girl, go to the meetings and see what them people talking about. And I did tell her, you need to pay attention, because even though they did not communicate it the way they should have, because not all parents went to the student orientation. You could if you wanted to, but what they should have advertised it as a mandatory thing for the parents and students, and you had multiple days you could go. So she had to go for testing, but it wasn't told to us that it was like, oh, you parents should be there. Because if I gotta go to work, I'm gonna go to work. If she's going for testing and has to be there all day for orientation, why am I going and sitting there all day while she's testing, then gotta turn back around and come back and get her, or sit there till she's done testing? I don't have that type of time. So I did tell her, you dropped the ball with not paying attention when they said don't bring a refrigerator or microwave. We will provide one for you, and if your dorm didn't come with one, you could bring your own. But if you didn't, the lady said, oh, they sent an email. I said, baby, I'm on that financial aid. I'm on her email. I'm on her neck. I mean, I'm on everything. I created the passwords. I created the stuff. I am the one that knows what's going on, because I don't want to be left in the dark. I don't care if she is 18. She's 18. And I did the same thing for Brianna. You need to go check your email, because they sent you something about something 3 days ago and you ain't respond, and they waiting on an answer. Yeah, that's what the hell I'm going to do. I don't care who's saying let them grow up. She is growing up, and I'm going to tell her, go back and do what they told you to do. But they definitely did not send out an email. So maybe some of the parents got the email, some of the parents didn't. And hey, I was told yesterday my daughter wasn't on the master list. She wasn't on nothing, but yet she got a whole schedule. How the hell is that possible? So I don't believe that I was a part of the email chain that they sent out. So the parents said, but they did say it during orientation. Well, who knows if her and my daughter were at the same one, because they had multiple ones. Maybe they told some people, maybe they didn't. But I did tell my child, you need to pay attention. Drop this to her, and then I gotta turn back around and go home. Just say hi.
Hi. My ear is clogged.
Her ear's clogged. But everybody wants to know that you made it okay. I'm doing it far away.
I'm fine.
You're fine? Do you miss me?
I miss my bed in my room that was extra cold.
Girl, your room was freezing.
I'm sitting in my room right now. I'm staying in my...
All right, Amaya gave me permission to share this little clip of her room. She has since gotten it together. It's more organized. It's more together. She makes the bed. Now that she's been there for a while, she wants to order more things to decorate and put on her walls. So I guess we'll be doing a real college dorm room tour soon. Thank you all so much for watching, and hit that subscribe button.